Welcome to 2025, the year where lots of beautiful things is going to happen for me, for you, and for us all. One of the beautiful things that you should expect from the Zeelicious kitchen this year is lots of mouth-watering, delicious, and very healthy recipes. So we're starting this year's healthy recipe series by showing you how to make a very healthy, delicious cabbage and kale sauce that can be paired with a variety of dishes. It's healthy, it's delicious, and it's very easy to make. So let me walk you through the ingredients I'll be using to make this kale and cabbage stew, then we go right into the cooking action. You can't have a kale and cabbage stew without some fresh cabbage and kale. Secondly, I have my protein of choice. I'm using some smoked chicken that's just left over from the Christmas celebrations. Over here, I have roughly chopped tatashe, which are also known as chili red bell peppers, and I have a tomato puree. I just blended up a few tomatoes with onions and garlic as well. Then over here I have some onion strips just to add some more extra oniony flavor. I have the red and green fresh pepper that I have nicely minced, and then some garlic as well. And then I have curry powder, thyme, paprika powder, and salt. And over here I have my oil. So let's now go right into the cooking action. Alright guys, so the pot is already on the stove top. We're going to kickstart this cabbage and kale stew action by adding some oil into the pan. This year, one of the major things you can do for your healthy eating lifestyle would be to reduce the amount of oil that you consume when making your meals. So I'm just going to allow the oil to heat up slightly, and then afterwards I'll throw in the onions and then the fresh pepper and garlic. Sizzle! I'll grab a spoon real quick, and then I'll just continue to stir fry this. You already know this drill, for just a few seconds. So afterwards, I'm going to grab my roughly chopped tatashe. Now I'm using the roughly chopped tatashe and a smooth blend of the tomato because I want a very nice chunky texture with the stew when it's all done. And please use a lot of tatashe for this recipe. Tatashe is super duper healthy and packed with lots of flavor as well. I also roughly chopped up some bell peppers. I have this lying around in the fridge and I'm putting it to good use, and this would also help lend a lot of flavor to the dish as well. Then I would add just a little tiny bit of the tomato puree. Look at that. That looks really good. This is what you want the consistency of your tomato and pepper base to look like. Now at this point, I'm going to season the sauce with some curry powder, some thyme, paprika powder, some Knorr seasoning cubes, and then finally just a sprinkle of salt to taste. I'll give that a good mix just to combine everything together like so. This is already looking good and it smells divine. So I'm just going to cover this up for just a few minutes, about 5 minutes, for it to cook up till the water content has almost dried out. That way the flavor continues to build up in the pot. And then while that is cooking, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to shred up the cabbage and the kale into nice tiny strips. So I've cut up all of the cabbage into nice shreds, not so tiny, not so big, because it will still wilt in the pot. And then of course the kale leaves as well. The pepper and tomato base has been cooking up nicely. The kitchen smells so divine, and that is looking good already. Now before I go ahead to add the cabbage and the kale and the chicken, I just want to remind you quickly that we have an array of meal plans. We have a 7-day healthy meal plan, a detox meal plan, a low carb meal plan, a weight loss meal plan, and a diabetes meal plan. For the weight gain people, we're coming with a meal plan for you all soon. If any of these meal plans meets your dietary preference, just go to the description box down below and click the link. It will take you straight up to the page where you can access and download a copy of the meal plans for yourself today. Okay, very important. Remember, this year is the year where we're eating healthy and maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and this healthy lifestyle begins with what you put in your mouth. So go arm yourself with all of the recipes that would help you maintain a healthy lifestyle in 2025. So before I add the cabbage and the kale, I'll just grab the smoked chicken and add to the pot. The chicken is already fully cooked. I would coat it nicely with the sauce. You can use chicken breast pieces for this. Whatever it is that your heart desires, go ahead and do it. And then I think I'm going to add just a tiny little bit of water to this as well. And then what I'm going to do is just go ahead now and cover up the pot, and we'll allow this to cook for another 3, 4, 5 minutes, just so that some of that sauce can seep into the chicken before we add the cabbage and the kale. Okay. So this is 5 minutes later. That is looking good. It's time to introduce all of the cabbage. Trust me, this cabbage is going to wilt into the sauce. I'll stir that in first. This is the one stew that's the perfect alternative to your regular Sunday stew. This works perfectly well with some rice, pasta, even as its own, and you can enjoy it as a meal. And then I'll also go ahead and add the kale. Then I'll mix all of that together to combine and allow the heat to do its magic. At this point, what I'm going to do is just add some liquid into the pot to form part of the base for this stew. Then I'll cover up the pot and allow this to cook for a final 3-4 minutes, and then our kale and cabbage stew will be ready to be devoured. So it's one final check on things. Look at that. So this looks like it's perfect and ready to go. Look at that, guys. This is exactly what you want your cabbage and kale stew to look like. But at this point, this is looking absolutely good, absolutely delicious. It's time for us to serve it up and give it a taste test, okay? Alright family, that's all I have for you for today's video. I hope you'll be adding this cabbage and kale stew to your repertoire of healthy recipes. And remember, like I said earlier, we have lots and lots of mouth-watering and healthy recipes coming your way this year, 2025. Keep your eyes glued on the channel, get your family and friends to subscribe and join the family so that we can all continue to grow and live this thing called a healthy lifestyle together. I'll see you next time with another mouth-watering, healthy and delicious recipe. Until then, remember to stay very kind to one another, love yourselves generously, and Happy New Year!